Imagine this. You wake up one morning and, as you're brushing your teeth or making your coffee, you have this sudden realization. You've been saying the wrong things your entire life, and those words have been holding you back. I know it sounds ridiculous, maybe even a little out there, right? But stick with me for a few minutes because I'm about to share something so simple, so profoundly impactful, that it transformed my life in ways I never thought possible. And guess what? It all comes down to just 6 little words. Now I get it. You might be sitting there skeptical, thinking, Gary, I've heard it all before. But trust me when I say you haven't heard this. And if you're anything like I was a few years ago, stuck in a rut, feeling like life is passing you by, and that success is just for everyone else but not for you, then this could be the game changer you've been searching for. Let me take you back a few years. I was in a tough spot, struggling to make ends meet, watching people around me hit their goals and build their dream lives while I felt stuck. No matter how hard I worked, I always felt one step behind, like I was running on a treadmill but getting nowhere. I remember this one particular day. I was sitting at my kitchen table, bills piled up in front of me, my bank account nearly empty. I had just gotten off the phone with my sister, who was excitedly telling me about her new promotion and the vacation she was planning. Don't get me wrong, I was happy for her, but I couldn't help feeling this gnawing sense of envy and frustration. Maybe you know that feeling too? Maybe you've been grinding, putting in the hours, the effort, the sweat, and still it feels like you're not moving forward. That was me. I'd wake up every morning with this heavy feeling in my chest, wondering if this was all there was to life. Working a job I didn't love, barely making rent, watching my dreams slip further and further away. But then, everything shifted, and it didn't happen because I worked harder or got lucky or stumbled on some overnight success formula. It happened because I learned the power of 6 specific words, 6 words that completely changed my mindset, rewired my brain, and transformed my life from one of frustration and struggle to one of abundance and success. The science behind the words. Before I tell you these words, let me just say, this isn't some magic spell, and it's definitely not a get-rich-quick scheme. I'm not here to sell you on some snake oil promise that'll leave you disappointed. What I'm sharing is backed by hard science. We're talking neuroscience, psychology, even genetics. It's about how the words you use, both the ones you say out loud and the ones you think in your head, can shape your entire reality. Let's dig a little deeper into the science behind this before I reveal the words. Why do words matter so much? Think about it. Words are more than just sounds or letters on a page. They're how we communicate with the world, and more importantly, with ourselves. Every word we speak is a reflection of our thoughts, our beliefs, and our emotions. And here's the kicker. Words don't just describe reality, they shape it. Let's do a little thought experiment. Close your eyes for a moment and think about the word failure. Just let that word sit in your mind for a second. How does it make you feel? Maybe your stomach tightens up, your heart rate picks up a little. It's an uncomfortable feeling, right? Now, take a breath and think about the word success. Feel that shift, that little flicker of hope, of excitement. That's the power of words in action. But it goes much deeper than just how they make you feel in the moment. Studies show that the words we use have a direct impact on our brain chemistry. Negative words trigger stress responses in the brain, increasing anxiety and tension. It's like each negative word chips away at our mental well-being, bit by bit, without us even realizing it. But positive words, they're like seeds of success. Every time you say a positive word, you're reinforcing pathways in your brain that lead to growth, optimism, and achievement. And this isn't just woo-woo self-help stuff. We're talking about hard scientific facts here. Neuroscientists have found that the language we use can literally rewire our brains. It's called neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reshape itself based on experience and repetition. So, when you use positive words and affirmations consistently, you're training your brain to default to positive thinking and belief systems. And guess what? That leads to positive outcomes. Let me hit you with another scientific fact. Negative words increase cortisol levels, the stress hormone, while positive words stimulate the release of dopamine and serotonin, the feel-good chemicals that boost your mood and motivation. Essentially, Every time you use positive words, you're programming your brain to operate in a more focused, driven, and optimistic way. Over time, this becomes your new reality. The 6 powerful words. So what does this have to do with 6 words? Everything. Because once you understand the immense power of language, the next step is using that power to your advantage. And these 6 words are like the master key that unlocks the door to everything you've ever wanted. They're simple, but they're potent. Ready for them? Here they are. I am so happy and grateful. Now I can already hear some of you saying, "Wait, Gary, that's it?" Yes, that's it. But don't let the simplicity fool you. These words are incredibly powerful because they tap into 3 critical elements of success: identity, emotion, and gratitude. Let's break them down. First, I am. These are the 2 most powerful words in any language because they're declarations of your identity. When you say, I am, you're not just talking about something you hope for or wish for. You're claiming it right now in the present moment. You're telling your brain, this is who I am. This is my reality. It's not future tense like I will be or I want to be. You're saying, I already am. Next, so happy. Happiness is more than just an emotion. It's a state of being that attracts more positivity into your life. When you declare that you're happy, your brain immediately goes to work looking for reasons to feel happy, reinforcing that feeling over and over again. And finally, grateful. Gratitude is one of the most powerful emotions you can experience. It shifts your focus from what you don't have to what you do have, and when you focus on abundance, you attract more abundance into your life. Gratitude has been scientifically proven to improve mental health, increase resilience, and even boost physical health. When you say you're grateful, you're sending a powerful message to your brain. I have enough, I am enough, and more is coming my way. So when you put all of these together, I am so happy and grateful, you're doing more than just saying words. You're rewiring your brain, creating new neural pathways that default to positivity, abundance, and success, customizing the words for your goals. Now here's where the magic really happens. Once you've mastered those 6 words, you can start customizing them to focus on your specific goals and dreams. For example, you can say, I am so happy and grateful now that I'm making $10,000 a month, or I am so happy and grateful that I'm in perfect health. It's like taking those 6 words and pointing them directly at your dreams, like a laser beam of positivity and intention. Let me share a personal example. When I first started using these words, I was struggling financially. So I began saying, I am so happy and grateful now that I have a thriving business making $20,000 a month. At first, it felt ridiculous. I was barely making $2,000 a month at the time. But I kept at it, saying it every morning and every night. Within 6 months, I had landed 2 major clients and my income had doubled. Was it magic? No. But by constantly affirming this goal, I started seeing opportunities I had missed before. I had more confidence in sales calls. I put myself out there more. And gradually, my reality started to shift. But here's where most people go wrong. They try it a few times, don't see immediate results, and then give up. But remember what I said about neuroplasticity. It takes time and repetition to create those new neural pathways. You didn't develop your current mindset overnight, and you won't rewire it overnight either. You've got to commit to the process, just like you would with anything else that requires growth and change. So, how do you make this technique work for you? Here are a few pro tips to maximize the power of these affirmations. Be specific. The more detailed your affirmation, the better. Instead of saying, I am so happy and grateful that I'm successful, say, I am so happy and grateful that I have a thriving business making $50,000 a month. The clearer your goal, the more your brain can focus on achieving it. Use present tense. Always phrase your affirmation as if it's already true. This helps trick your brain into believing it's your current reality, which makes it easier to manifest. Add emotion. The more emotion you can inject into your affirmations, the more powerful they become. Really feel the joy, the excitement, the gratitude as you say them. The more real the feeling, the more your brain believes it. Make it believable. While it's important to dream big, your affirmation should be something you can genuinely believe is possible. You can always scale up as you go. Stay positive, focus on what you want, not what you don't want. Instead of saying, I'm so happy and grateful that I'm not in debt, say, I'm so happy and grateful that I have financial abundance. Now, here's a little secret to take this even further. Try adding sensory details. For example, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm driving my brand new Tesla, feeling the smooth leather steering wheel under my hands and the powerful acceleration as I press the pedal. When you add vivid details like this, you're not just saying words, you're creating a full sensory experience in your mind. And the more real you can make it feel, the more your brain will work to make it a reality. Overcoming challenges and doubts. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Gary, this sounds great, but my life is really tough right now. How can I possibly feel happy and grateful when everything seems to be going wrong? I get it. I've been there too. Remember that day I told you about, sitting at my kitchen table, overwhelmed by bills? That wasn't just a one-time thing. For months, I struggled to see anything positive in my life. But that's exactly when these words are most powerful. Start small. Find one thing, just one tiny thing to be grateful for. Maybe it's the cup of coffee you're drinking, or the fact that you woke up this morning. Say, I am so happy and grateful for this cup of coffee. It might feel forced at first, even a little silly, but stick with it. As you practice this, day after day, you'll start to notice more things to be grateful for. Your brain will begin actively looking for positives in your life. And gradually those positives will expand. It's like working out a muscle. At first, it's hard, and maybe even a little painful. But the more you do it, the stronger that muscle gets. Your gratitude muscle works the same way. Let me share a couple of stories from people I've taught this technique to. There's Sarah, a single mom who was working 2 jobs just to make ends meet. She started saying, I am so happy and grateful now that I have a fulfilling career that allows me to provide for my family and have time with my kids. Within 3 months, she had landed a new job that paid better and had flexible hours. Was it just luck? Maybe. But Sarah swears that by repeating those words, she became more confident in interviews and more open to opportunities she might have overlooked before. Then there's Mike, who had been struggling with his health for years. He began saying, I am so happy and grateful now that I'm in the best shape of my life. He didn't suddenly wake up with a six-pack, but he found himself more motivated to eat healthier and exercise. A year later, he had lost 50 pounds and completed his first marathon. These aren't miracles or overnight successes. They're examples of how shifting your mindset can lead to real, tangible changes in your life. The ripple effect. Here's something amazing about this technique. It doesn't just affect you. As you become more positive, more grateful, more focused on abundance, it ripples out to everyone around you. Your relationships improve. You become a better friend, partner, parent, colleague. People are drawn to your energy. I noticed this in my own life. As I became more positive and grateful, my relationships with my family improved. I was more patient with my kids, more attentive to my partner. At work, I became the person people wanted to be around, which led to more opportunities and connections. This ripple effect can transform not just your life, but the lives of everyone you touch. And isn't that an incredible thought? That by changing your words, you can change your world and the world of those around you. Conclusion, your new beginning. Remember, your brain is a powerful tool. It's always listening, always learning, and always adapting. What you tell it matters. So why not tell it something amazing? I want you to try something right now. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and say those 6 words. I am so happy and grateful. Say them like you mean them, even if you don't quite believe them yet. Feel them resonate in your body. Now open your eyes. That feeling you just experienced. That's the beginning of your transformation. It's the first step on a journey that can take you anywhere you want to go. I can't promise you that saying these words will solve all your problems overnight. Life will still have its challenges. But I can promise you this. If you commit to this practice, if you make these words a part of your daily life, you will see changes. You'll start to view the world differently. You'll start to see opportunities where before you saw only obstacles. You'll start to believe in yourself in a way you never have before. And that belief, that's where everything begins. Because when you believe in yourself, when you're focused on gratitude and positivity, there's no limit to what you can achieve. So, Are you ready to change your words and change your life? Remember, I am so happy and grateful. 6 words, a lifetime of change. Your new story starts now.